Yo, it's Elliot with Yo Elliot. You got strength questions, and Elliot has your answers. Yo, Elliot. Today we have a great question from our old buddy Matt. He wants to know about building up his lats and upper back, but I've got a little bit more to say about that. Check him out.
Hey, Elliot, this is Matt. You answered one of my questions before, and I loved it, about the books. But this question is more about doing pull-ups and improving my pull-up ability. I know I'm a bigger guy right now. I'm 230 pounds. I'm down from 315. Swim a bunch. I've been busting my butt. Lost 85 pounds so far, so I'm on the right track that way. But I'm trying to work on getting my back developed, and the only problem is I have lower back problems. So when I do bent over rows and stuff, it hurts my back. So I try not to do those too often. A lot of the typical back exercises put too much pressure on my lower back, and it does start to hurt. So I was looking for other ways, innovative ways to work my back, my lats and rhomboids and all those things, to work on getting my pull-up ability and being able to rep pull-ups more. I've been doing reverse bench, machine rows, assisted pull-ups with the band like you show in one of your videos and things of that sort. But I'm trying to come up with other ways to get around the lower back problems and still increase my back strength, so I can eventually start doing multiple pull-ups, so I can improve it that way, so I can do different pull-up variations and things of that sort. Alright, peace. Thanks.
Alright, Matt, well, very first thing is thank you for your video question. Second time around, congratulations on all of the weight loss. It sounds like you're doing well. And now to get down to business, in the Elliot Hulse tradition of giving people answers they don't want, I'm going to take a few steps back and give you an answer you probably didn't want to hear. You're asking me about building up your upper back muscles, in particular your lats. You mentioned it, and you mentioned your rhomboids, some of the other muscles there, but I couldn't help but to notice your explanation of, or your description of back pain, your low back pain, when you're trying to do compound movements like bent over rows. So, essentially what you're going to end up doing, because obviously you've got a lot of obvious imbalances that need to be dealt with, but if I give you tips on how to strengthen your lats, I guarantee your low back pain is only going to get worse. Essentially, you'll be strengthening prime movers in the absence of their stabilizers. And if you don't think that the abdominals, which I'm going to show you in a minute, are a stabilizer of the lats, then you've got to rethink your entire training program. What I mean is the fact that the lats, a lot of people don't know this, but your lats come in, they tie in at your shoulder, and then they travel all the way down like in here. So your lats are kind of like a low back muscle. They go all the way down here. Now, part of the reason why you're having low back pain when you do bent over rows or other compound movements is probably because you're hyperextended. That's my assumption. I haven't seen you yet, but I'm assuming that you're hyperextended. When you tighten your lats, remember that they pull on, I don't remember the exact vertebrae, but they pull on your lumbar spine. When they start to pull on your lumbar spine, when they pull on your vertebrae, in the absence of your ability to stabilize your hips, you're just going to continue to further that imbalance, which is causing you to hyperextend. Your lats contribute to the hyperextension of your low back, your lumbar spine, which is contributing to your back pain. So if you continue to do a lot of pull downs and chin ups and strengthen those lats, again, in absence of what's going to stabilize your hips, you know, I'm sure you never heard anyone say that you need to stabilize your hips before you strengthen your lats, but essentially you're going to put yourself into further biomechanical dysfunction, and you're going to have tons more pain, tons more problems. You're never really going to achieve what I think I see you trying to achieve, which is to get down to a leaner, better looking body, being healthier. So my challenge to you now is to discontinue your pursuit for the strength in your lats, or for the building up of the size of the muscle in your lats and upper back, and focus and concentrate your energy on the development of your abdominals. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but your abdominals, your core, is the precursor. They're stimulated prior to the movement of any other limbs in your body. So essentially, for me to be able to move my arm as I'm moving it, I've got to stabilize my abdominals. Your abdominals are literally your second brain in your body. The muscles in your abdominals are innervated by like 9 different nerve innervations. I think most muscles have like 2, but your abdominals have 9. The reason being is because they've got a lot of work to do. But what happens is when we have organ dysfunction, we have inflammation within our gut, our digestive system, just faulty recruitment patterns from bad lifestyle choices, anxiety, we've got irritable bowel syndrome, we've got ulcers, we've got all types of fucked up issues in our organs that literally shut down your abdominal function. That second brain that you had that has 9 nerve innervations doesn't work. And that's a real detriment to absolutely everything that you need to be a fully functional human being. You know, your abdominals, if you ever studied developmental biology, essentially we are very first our organs. That's the very first thing that starts to develop. In fact, the alimentary canal, which is our digestive system, is the very first thing to really start to develop in the infants. So you could, and then if you look at babies even, like they know how to digest, but they can't use their freaking muscles. You know, they sit there and they're like all weird and wiggly. They can't use their muscles to do anything. They can't crawl, especially when they're, you know, very first born, but they can digest, right? And it just shows you the importance of the organs in the body's ability to function. So if you consider that if you don't have solid organ health, you don't have the vitality within your organs, your digestive system, your pancreas, your liver, and then you go and try to strengthen the muscles, which don't come until later on, way later on in your body's hierarchy of needs, then you're essentially asking the life force within you, your energy, your chi, to redistribute its power from the most important part of your bodies, which is your organs, out into your muscles, which, you know, if you consider, it goes organs, nervous system, bones, then muscle. You know, it's way down the line. But you want to, and all of us, we want to strengthen our muscles. We want to have strong muscles, but we're all fucked up on the inside. You've got inflammation and you've got degradation of your entire visceral system, your organs. In particular, for most people, it's going to be the digestive system, because your digestive tract is constantly being bombarded by environmental toxins, particularly through the foods that we eat. So that was probably a little bit more information than you wanted. You wanted to do more freaking pull-ups, but I'm going to challenge you to strengthen your abdominals. The way you're going to do that, my friend, is as I've described in the past. The very first thing you got to do is get the inflammation out of your gut. I'm assuming that you've got a lot of it going on, particularly because you weighed 300 pounds, you've lost a lot of it, but there are probably still some habits that you continue to perpetrate that is going to cause digestional dysfunction and dysfunction in your organs, which, like I said, aren't going to allow your abdominals to work. So you're gonna get all processed foods out of your diet, man. Anything that comes in a box, or anything that you can't pronounce, essentially, or anything that wasn't here 10,000 years ago. You can say chicken, you can say apple, and you look at it and it's like, it's pretty clear. Not chicken nuggets, or not like apple sauce, or apple treats, or apple nuggets, or any other shit that most people eat and they think it's actually food because it has an apple on it. It's got to be pure, whole, unprocessed foods. That should be the only thing that you're eating in your diet. Typical gut irritants are going to be your alcohol, the pollutants in your water, so make sure you're drinking purified water. If you're taking any medication, prescription medication, shuts down your deep abdominal wall through the visceral somatic inhibition that I described in other videos. So you got to clean up your diet. I'm being a little bit long-winded, but essentially you gotta clean up your freaking diet, dude. And then start strengthening the deep abdominal wall using stomach vacuums or tummy vacuums. I've shown you these in other videos. Essentially all you're doing is you gotta lean over and hold your belly. Just suck your gut in. Pretend like, you know, chicks are walking by. And be able to hold that position with your belly sucked in for like 10 seconds at a time. So inhale. Watch other videos. I may make a brand new video about this since I got so many questions about it. But stomach vacuums, tummy vacuums, very important for strengthening the core of your body. Because right now your low back is taking the brunt of the pressure when you bend over. When really it should be an entire tube. It should be like everywhere around here, equally distributed strength. Right now there's nothing going on here and everything here, so you end up hyperextending, and that's why your back hurts, dude. So this video is run way too long, but anyway, that's my challenge to you. Fuck the chin-ups, don't worry about building up your lats, forget about building up your muscle to any great degree at this particular point. Continue to clean up your diet and lose weight like you're doing, and get your abdominals through your organs healthy and strong so you can be a badass and get all the chicks and be a leader and a contributor to our society. How's that sound? Anyway, thanks for your video question, dudes. Keep sending them, gentlemen and ladies. I tend to offend ladies, so I don't know if you feel like sending me a video, go right ahead. And I'll talk to you next time. Yo, Elliot.